The World Health Organization has recently voted to reclassify video game addiction as a disease. That means doctors will be asking for help with it. Over 2 billion people play video games worldwide, with 150 million in the United States alone. Gaming is a worldwide phenomenon, a $100 billion industry. Gamers are of all ages, with the average gamer being 35 years old. Gaming is gender neutral. 83% of teenage girls play video games, 92% of teenage boys. 23 million Canadians are gamers. Some of those statistics are from a website called GameQuitters.com, a place where 75,000 addicted gamers and their loved ones go each month for resources and help. It's a Calgary-based center, and it's where Elaine Uskoski went when she was worried about her son Jake's addiction. Elaine, this is an amazing story. Tell me about your son.
So my son, Jake, said when he says now, when he was in his teens, he was a functioning addict, living in a controlled environment at home. I was unaware. I didn't know what I was looking for. No one was talking about video gaming addiction at that time. And when he went off to university and had all kinds of freedom and felt a lot of issues with school and confidence in his performance, he turned to more video gaming addiction. And he survived first year, came home and told us it was a success, and we learned later that it wasn't. And then in second semester, he didn't register as a student. He missed the cutoff, but he registered to live in residence, moved into residence, and pretended to us at home that he was a full-time student.
And you got an SOS call. What condition did you find your son in?
So it was 2 months in, and he had been gaming all night, every night, until he'd pass out, and then he would sleep all day. He had very little food, and he'd stopped grooming. So by the time I reached him, he's 6'2", he was down to 127 pounds. And he, normally his complexion was clear, it was full of acne. He had visible tremors and facial tics. His hair was greasy, he smelled foul.
How did you turn it around? Like, that is an incredible nightmare. You
was
could
a
have
nightmare.
lost him. You could have,
Yes.
this kills people.
Yes.
How did you turn it around?
I have to say, when I got the email, that was my first thought, was he's alive. Thank goodness he's alive. It took a couple of years because Jake was willing to take help and be rescued from school, and he was willing to get help for anxiety and depression, but it was a number of relapses and 2 years before he admitted that he has a gaming addiction.
But it's 23 months now.
Yes.
Do we say that he's been sober from?
Yes, yes.
And you guys speak as mother and son. You are advocates. So give us the warning signs we should be watching out for.
So changes in sleep pattern, for starters. Children who are agitated and having meltdowns and tantrums when you try to take them away from gaming, disinterest in their friends outside of gaming, disinterest in school. Some kids are dropping out of school, changes in weight.
I want to put up GameQuitters.com because it's how we reached you, and it's 75,000 people going here every month trying to get help. But let's just talk a little bit then about the incredible tension of they're young adults. You can't really parent them anymore. How do you help? How do you intervene?
I actually had somebody give me permission to parent. They asked me, well, didn't you look at his marks after first year? And I said, no, he was 18. And they said, did you help pay? Yes. Is he living under your roof in the summer? Yes. Then you have every right to ask. And so it was at that moment that I decided I better roll up my sleeves and start parenting again. It didn't matter anymore to me.
Even though they're young adults, you parent again.
Yes.
You put in boundaries.
You put in boundaries. He was on 24/7 watch at first because he was very agitated and very depressed. You know, that becomes their social circle, their community online.
How do parents and kids get through the tension of the fight of reducing gaming? And is it cold turkey?
It's cold turkey for those who can handle it. For children or young adults who are using gaming to quell anxiety, you pull them cold turkey, it's similar to taking them off an anti-anxiety med cold turkey. They are going to be agitated. Some kids become violent, some kids become despondent, some are suicidal.
The argument that always comes back, and you'll hear it on the show today too, is there's great community that builds with people. It is the only place they find community. What do you do to replace that?
So for Jake, first of all, we had to get him the dopamine replacement. So I took him to the gym with me.
Wow.
No, we didn't do meds. We did diet change. I took him to my fitness classes, got him exercising. He went on a lot of walks. I just took him everywhere with me so he could be around people. And then when he went back to university, we really encouraged him to join clubs. And that's how he found his community again.
Elaine, thank you so much for being involved in gaming addiction. Thank you for your story, for Jake's story.
Thanks for having me.